Okay, everybody, this is video 23. Let's see what we've done here. I think the last one, all we did was set up the life bar. So everything's the same. Okay, so in this one, I'm going to go ahead and say if you slam into a rock, you gotta lose some life. So we'll add that. Okay, so object, game objects, object ship. So in the L rock, let's open that up. Let's add, we could put it at the bottom here. It's all encapsulated in this if the global.rock is false. I think that's where we need it. So I'll say random R&D equals random range, and this is the L rock, so it'll be between 5 and 25, because I figure because it's a bigger rock, it should have a chance of doing bigger damage. So it'll be between 5 and 25. Everything is going to start at 5, and I'll lower it with the different sizes of rocks. And we'll say global.hp, and that's the hit points, minus equals random. Okay, now we can just copy this, clean it up a little bit, and we'll go into the M rock and do the same thing, only we'll change the loss to 5 to 20. Because it's a little smaller rock, should do a little less damage to the ship. S rock, and we'll make this one 15. And let's give that a try, see if it's working. Sometimes I feel like Bob Ross. Okay. Oh, see it? It started right where I was. See, and if you notice, we've lost a bunch of life. Oh, we're in the negative, so we gotta fix that. Okay, so we were -6 dead. Okay, so we need to add a destroy, because it destroyed the ship. But when on destroy, let's add some code. First we'll say object game control dot alarm 0 equals 100. Gotta make sure that works too. But this will fix all the variables. Instance create. Oops. Hold on, I gotta take off my gloves. It's kind of getting chilly here. X, Y, object, explode. Okay, so that's we're gonna have an explosion where the ship is this time. So it won't just explode where the rocks are, but it'll also explode where the ship is. Global dot ship alive equals false. It's been killed. Global dot lives minus equals 1. And we're gonna do oh yeah, audio stop sound ship. because it doesn't exist. And global dot ship thrust equals false. And that's in case you were flying and you were thrusting. Your thrusting was on. Okay, so I think that'll do it. Let's try that. So I'm just going to run into the rocks. And there. I don't know what that. Oh, it's still. I think. Okay. Is this where I need the tracker? It's acting like it's still alive. Okay. Okay, we got to add some variables into the collision here. Let's open up the L rock, large rock, and up here where it says if global.rockHit is false, we're going to add another variable, and global.shipAlive is true. And let's add that to all the rocks. Here's the M rock, medium rock. And the small rock. And hopefully that fixes it. Okay, we're just going to run into the rocks again. Nope. Oh, it looks like the explosion just keeps going for some reason. I know what. Okay, let's try this. Also, if you noticed when we faded in, when we came in that first time and the rock just appeared on us, there's probably a better way to do this, but I added this code here, which isn't the problem that we're looking at right now, but I'm going to fix it right now. Say and other, meaning the large rock dot image alpha equals 1. So it's only going to hurt you. Oops. Only going to hurt you when it's image. Let's spell it right. Image alpha is at full opacity. So you have a little bit of time to get the hell out of there if it happens to fade in at the same time you're on the screen. Okay, now on the M rock, we got to do that hit, the rock hit, because that's been turned off, or turned on actually. So at the top here we'll do and global.rockHit, yeah, that's what it was called, rockHit is false. Otherwise it was just continually hitting us. Eventually I'm going to add a tracker in here so that when, even though the ship's been destroyed, the tracker remains, which I can explain that when I get to that point. And we need it in the small rock too. So make sure that's off. Let's see. Let's look at that again. The L rock. We want the image alpha and image alpha. Okay. So that should work. Beating the hell out of me. Now, if you didn't know this, programming is pretty much 90% testing. Uh-oh, still got a problem there. Something's going on over there. Thought for sure that was the problem. Okay, I think I know what's going on here. Okay, so the object ship, when it's created, we need to get our hit points back to 100. So it thinks it's at 0 for that short period of time, that delay. Global.hp equals 100. So once you're dead and you create the new ship, you should be at 100%. So I think that should fix it. Okay, one more hit. Bam. And there we are. That did fix it, but I'd actually turned off. Damn it. Oh. In the destroy, I had turned off the alarm to bring in your next ship. Okay, let's try it one more time. I know this is getting a little silly. Get the mouse out of the way. Well, I might as well blow these things up. Okay, and there he is. Okay. That's working. So life is working. So now maybe we should get that old UFO that comes in every once in a while to bug you. So we've already got the sprite for the UFO. Actually, we've already got the UFO. We should probably make a separate object for this UFO though, because I think that one runs a little differently. So create object. Where's the sprite for it? What am I not? Am I missing? Oh, there it is, right there. Okay. Object game UFO. That's what we'll call it. And it will use physics. You know, in this one, I'm going to go ahead and make it a shape. Another one on. Wish this worked a little better. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7. Oh, I guess it always starts it up there. So I'll make it kind of draw this figure. Sure wish this worked better. Doesn't have to be perfect, I guess. There's that piece. We're just drawing a nice little shape around it. Let's move that one a little bit further that way. Now the thing about this is you can't do concave. It has a problem with that apparently, so you can't come in like this. So we got to make it all fit nicely. Let's even see if that works. Nope. Damn it. I don't know. This is not the most functional thing in the world. Damn it. Let's see. You know, maybe I should use less. Just make it. Make it something like that. See if it works. Hey, it worked. Better make sure it worked. Nope, I don't understand that. It starts bebopping all over the place. This doesn't seem correct to me. You know what? Screw it. I'm going with the box. I don't have time to be playing around with this shit. Just bring it in a little bit. I'm going to call that good. Screw it. Now that better have stayed. Okay, it stayed. Okay, sorry about that. Maybe I just don't know how to use it as well as I should. But that should work. Okay, so there's our game UFO. Add event, create. Actually, I'm gonna skip setting up the UFO itself. In the game control, I'm gonna add in the step. We'll just create the UFO. I'll probably do the settings for the UFO in the next one. So create your code, and we'll call it create UFO if actually I'm not even going to use that yet. Let's do this one though. If global dot UFO is false, right? Okay, global UFO. Let's see, did we even set that up yet? Once again, a global variable. I see UFO. Yeah, I do. Okay, so I use the same variable from the splash screen. And ship alive is true. Damn it, global. And global playing. Here we go again. Is true. Then we'll do a random R&D equals random 0 to 2000. And it's not an I-random, so it could be anything. 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4. Okay, if R&D equals 50, and that can be anything. It can be any number between 0 and 2000. I just throw that out there. Instance create XY object game UFO. Okay, so that should start it out. Yeah, create UFO, ship alive, global playing. Okay, so as long as those variables are all set up, I have one more variable later on that I'll add. It's to check if the enemy or the exit button's on, and if it is on, then you don't want to have it popping on out. Okay, so I'm not going to show it off right now because I don't have the UFO set up, but I'm going to call this one good. So that's the last code we did. Remind me next time, and then we'll set up the UFO so I can come and kick our butts. Alright, subscribe if you want to, and I'll talk to you guys later.